Man,
but
God,
it
I
was,
do.
somebody did a write-up, an article of the in the Gleaner. So I don't know what I was supposed to do the whole thing. I didn't do the whole thing because it was a lot. I found something with probably this was the thing.
I think we
But
were supposed to do like a full thing. The reason why I didn't turn them up was I thought we were presenting first in class, so I just do something together really quickly. That would have something. But
so you actually have a map then. So it's just for us to do, like, fill in information on the map or what?
I put information on the map as well. Like information is there. The thing is, I don't know that wants like more information because the infographic is not structured in a way where we can add a lot of information on it because it's supposed to be something that everyone can look at. That was what I was thinking of when I created it.
I don't know.
It seems as though it's just 15 marks. It's just 15 marks. I don't know if you want to pivot and compile the information into like a Word document. I don't know how we can go about making that. My brain.
No, like we used to get
Brain
rain
is tired.
in that May, June.
And
Let's
then
talk about switch now.
visually.
There's a bit of the climate change.
Maybe
The amount of rain we used to get in a May, April. In a May, we and June, we go sit in April. You understand? But when we sit in April, you see, and March we see. That's the matter that April and
yeah, I think it's totally.
but
I'm not sure.
I think infographic that we
Infographic that we have is enough, or
wait there, are you putting on too?
Yeah.
I will the box.
Do you mean this one that you had put in the group?
Mercy, God, out the cold. Look there. Oh. I wonder I'm wondering if both of them could be combined. So what Steven said and what you said. So like the infographic could be. I don't.
that was what I was thinking. If the infographic
see what
and then Word document that I think Steven sent one, and Julian has some information. So I wonder if we could just if we could submit both documents as the. But the infographic
I want to see her turn off our morning still.
document for the extra reading and stuff like that.
All that line, roll line, them have to watch themselves.
And Stephen, you had information, your information is geared towards COVID-19.
Yeah, I said COVID-19 post.
Okay. And I think Julian had Juliana had information on so she probably at the point in the infographic post-independence, she will probably share some information on the research she did. Where she was talking about what happened in the Manly era where they rejected colonial curriculum. And Jamal, who influenced the primary school curriculum by reinforcing reading and writing literacy.
When I read for long.
Intervention. So I don't know if we want to probably Abby and I can just add on. So I don't know. Maybe I could speak on pre-emancipation and post and in the 1940s and 1960s, and maybe the CXD/CSEC introduction And then Stephen would come in on a modern where he would talk about what happened with
Hello.
COVID-19 and all that. I know she said,
Then go sleep.
I know she said two
It
persons,
depend me
but
though.
I wanted to show that
Go sleep.
we are all working.
Everybody did that part.
Yeah, I wanted to show that we're. Or if, I don't know, if Stephen wants to talk.
How long is she going to give to us? That's another thing.
I don't think it's a long. I don't think it's a long time. I think she wanted us to share succinct details of what we discussed now, and then what we submit would for the group when she opens the
Thank you.
section for the assignment would be what we did as a group, what we worked on as a group. So I'm thinking, so as Abby said, it would be good for us to do the infographic because they know the information and then the thing there, your document and your document and Juliana's document combined. So as like extra extra information, so we would have just add that. Also, if you haven't selected your topic for the lecture notes, please remember to do that because remember that was that she was gonna post it, the document with the names on it to the anyway.
Yeah, but she only showed it. She showed it last class. I thought she said she would have done it today.
Yeah, she had sent, it's just for us to write her names. We sent the topic you chose. She sent it to her.
Yeah. To the email, because I see Abby's name. I'm here.
You sent it already in what? Google Drive?
I haven't signed. I was struggling, not sure which one to choose. So let me go back again today.
Okay, so she sent it in Drive?
I just chose one blindly. Yeah, so check your MCU email.
I think I said I won't choose curriculum evaluation. Nobody will choose it.
Curriculum evaluation and then content.
So, they call it college, right? One picnic, Boxy Dean. The dean box backy picnic. The father come there, box down dean and box down VP.
Free option, but I guess
Yo!
you decide the person's name. The only one that's left is the curriculum evaluation one.
My day is going well. After me finish the presentation, I go mark some SBA while class are going because me have about 4 left to like go through and mark. So I have to do.
I don't we just look at that one then.
What?
The evaluation.
Line. She says items 23 to 29 can be selected by 2 people. Alright, yeah. So you have option C, nature of curriculum, rules of curriculum participants, curriculum organization, foundations of the curriculum, the process of curriculum development, curriculum implementation and change, and the one that you and Juliana are doing.
Okay.
So remember to put
that's which one, the evaluation?
yes. Okay, remember to go on and put in before somebody else.
Yeah.
What I'm going to try and do right now.
Alright, so while you guys do that, Steven, are you gonna talk for us?
But
Your volume went down, but I can share the 3 things that I said to you. They're very short. I'm not going to.
You can just say like the points on the infographic. You can just mention a few things that we discussed.
Hello.
You can mention that we discussed COVID-19
I guess
and then say
it's been raining non-stop.
Juliana to speak and then she speaks on the
It's been raining non-stop. I'm stuffy
Just does it up because it's not anything
because
formal.
the
It's not
rain is
missing.
falling
It's just
like
that she wants to
crazy.
hear what we have discussed as a group.
So
So we're not going to show anything. That's what you're saying.
No, it don't look so. Say she said just one or two persons to share. What's that word she likes to use again?
Succinct. Salient.
Salient. Yeah, so it's not anything big, and then she'll open the place for us to submit. So all we have to do is put together yours and Steven's extended information in a document, and then upload both files, and then we just call it a day.
When is the deadline for that?
Acha,
I'm not sitting
why this
tonight.
catch off for your sister? Why this catch off for your sister?
Tonight she's saying,
Oh, look at charge.
Alright, so I see from when did she send it? She didn't send anything. I only see
yeah, man,
I
she
think
said
somebody asked her today and she said,
Julian.
open it.
Yeah, I checked my MCU email. It normally send me into my Gmail, but I don't see. I don't see.
Me love that.
When did Juliana send it? Juliana?
Oh, information.
Yeah, send that yesterday.
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah, the rain a fall.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me try to see if I can somehow and get into my email to select. Oh, she did it in Drive or Docs?
it's a Google Doc.
Thank you for the.
I think she shared, but it will show up in your drive as well if you receive the email.
Normally once I click into my MCU email, it sends me straight to my Gmail.
Good evening. I'm gonna see you come on.
Anyway,
But things the ice did get,
we'll try to get to that. So,
and you couldn't access no phone or nothing.
Number one, you have what the pre-notification. Number two, post-notification. Number three is the 1940s, 60s, right?
Yeah.
And what is happening there? Number four, we have a
Kind of thing.
post-emancipation, which is 1962. Good evening, Auntie. 1962. Then we have the number five, that is the CHCC sex introduction.
Mm-hmm.
And then number six, you have the modern curriculum.
Right.
But me love how she do it though. You see her first time.
I do your noise.
Sorry, you went down.
Me a crying idea.
You get down, Kitty. You forget down.
One out of eight.
You forget down.
I mean, you don't mention every single thing. It's just
To the
probably
clean.
just the important, from what jumped from in our discussion. I think
Give me a
COVID-19, I'm not sure.
I take
if
her.
that is
And I made a YouTube like.
No, what changes? What put out?
Oh.
Like how much it is?
Plug in 99 watts.
And then the
No,
points
not
that
one
we
because
have,
it's just gone.
No, me I say 9 wall, yes sir.
You reach
I
it?
think
Yeah.
Yeah. Guess what shot me?
that would be
An extension, you know?
independent
The one if you go on the laptop.
the money era and
Lick me.
Because the extension no good.
Are you go buy it? You got time to go buy it for her.
contributions.
But it could be extension.
I can cover that part because it's just three points.
So I think it's
No,
not
one
Julian
of
I would
these.
speak
It's just
first,
something about you,
speak
no.
because COVID came after that part, that year.
Okay.
No, remember COVID is 2020.
Yeah, but your count is post-independence. So
1962.
1962 era, 1960.
Oh, so we're not going
How was your
above
day
that?
today? My day was
No,
one
man,
of
I was
the
just
chill
telling
days
things,
because today was
just
career
one
day at my
salient
school, so we
point.
were setting up and doing
You
a lot
could
of
speak
stuff.
first because you're
I'm going to
time
post
here
some
and
shorts and stuff on
earlier
it
was earlier.
later,
Oh,
but
got it.
today was a good day.
Okay, then so we could do that.
I'm tired though.
Also, much is people no stuff.
So then I start off with these and then Stephen comes in with the others.
Right, so you could
Oh, so how do I
required. So you could
What's that
probably,
appropriate introduction then?
you could probably say that in our discussions we talked about what the pre-emancipation curriculum looked like in terms of there wasn't anything much taught to slaves, and then post-emancipation where slaves were taught basic literacy, religion, and obedience, and then just talk about
Religion, obedience?
yes, because that's how they used to control them. They use the guise of teaching them Christianity. So since they could no longer be over them like masters,
Yeah,
they had to find another way. And that was why
So that's why they use the churches?
yes, and the missionaries to pretend like they were educating them when really they were just trying to find another way in which they could control them. But remember, they controlled what they were taught. So the reading material that they got was very, very controlled. Even how what they used to teach them to read was information that basically put the white above the black. And then they hid it under the guise of these pagans, they don't know anything about God and they want to spread the gospel. So that was their push on, or when others would look on, that would be what they would say, because it was the missionaries who actually started those schools. So they hid behind religion. A little bit further down in the, I think,
section.
the 40s to the 60s is when secondary education came in. At first, post emancipation, the small morsel of learning to read was not enough because time was progressing. So they had secondary schools now where they taught them a little bit more.
If you guys hear the cat in the
Advanced
background,
information.
Kitty, that was pregnant. She had her
Not quite put
babies
them on the
today.
level
She
of
had
the
3
whites,
babies.
but,
3, I say 3 so far.
at a higher level
So yeah,
than what they had them at before.
March
And then
18, 2026.
Post-independence,
Birth
which
of
is,
Kitty's
the
babies.
information. You have Juliana, and then he said,
Well, I'm covering in the 70s, emancipation before that.
but the curriculum that you are talking about came out of post-independence, because at that point in Jamaica, they were pushing away from the colonial influence and more towards developing an identity for Jamaicans.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Come on,
But
just
I
a
just
come
want
up.
to ensure that I'm tagging the period correctly. Because if I say post-emancipation, well, yeah.
Post-independence, sorry.
Okay. Post-independence. That's in the 60s and then. Alright, and then Stephen. So I'm not going to do any big introduction. I'm just here in our discussion. We review the events that influence curriculum change or modification from pre-emancipation and pre-independence and post-independence.
Are you send me around there?
And I'm going to be reviewing a few events that happened.
What are you send me around there?
No, let's go right here. And it's something that you hope I make some call and big by the same time on it, but we're not supposed to.
Pre-COVID and
Right.
during COVID and post-COVID.
Hopefully we're first, so we can talk about all the good stuff. We have less than a minute to go.
Take it to the
Oh, she closing it up?
No, I can see the time remaining at the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
As always, I just don't know how.
Sorry for
Did
what?
she put it in or she only send a Google Drive, or did she put it on on the site where we know where to choose week 1, week 2, week 3?
Kemal, sorry for what?
Oh, see, Elizabeth, look like she want to write down something. Put her name already.
Late submission.
No.
And you can do it. You can do it for us,
The next put on the name.
Anita, yeah, man.
Oh, I'm going on rocky, going on lecture notes.
That is
Oh, yeah.
Elizabeth right name.
Who?
Elizabeth. That means
More than one people can do it, right?
I think you said what? Two persons. So if you still want
I can't.
you want to put your name at the
Yes.
evaluation, Juliana?
Yeah.
I say I would have to find another one.
Yeah, so the options that can accept 2 people, I'm going to read them off quickly for you. We can do nature of the curriculum, roles of curriculum participants, curriculum organization, foundations of curriculum, that's gonna that's up to 2 people. The process of curriculum development, and curriculum implementation.
The nature. You are? Only you alone? Are you can you send it to my email?
I'm going to see if I can download it and probably add it to the WhatsApp chat.
Yes, I don't know why.
Downloaded it, I'm going to send it in the chat so you can. That happened to me too with the group thing. I don't know, but it's very
All right, some more guys are coming on. So, I have some clips today from Cardi. I'm going to let me send them out to this phone now because
I'm trying to see this is 17. Right.
I sent it in the WhatsApp. That's it. You can look and the name is there.
Yeah,
so I'm from Jamaica.
Alright, good luck to our speakers.
Yes, ma'am, thank you.
Good luck, everybody.
Good evening, Samantha, darling. Hello, Samantha. How are you, my baby girl? Good evening, Sammy.
Recording in progress. They are now coming back.
What's up with you, darling?
Okay, you're from Kenya. How was your day there? We've been getting a lot of rain for the past
All right. So
I've been getting a lot of rain for the past few days, and it's predicted to rain going forward. So it's been very rainy.
Yes. Okay. So I want each group to just mention one salient or something important, a very significant thing that came out from your discussion. Okay. One representative only. Okay. Tell us what have you discovered or anything that is like you had an aha experience again when you were scrutinizing or examining the historical background of your educational system in the country where you're in. If you have chosen Jamaica, then because you are from Jamaica, it's fine. Okay? Just one only, and you are given only a minute to share. So we will do the order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until 13. Okay? Yes, Stephanie, you want to, you are in the masters or? Let me check.
No, I'm group 7, miss.
Okay. Yeah, the masters will be 11, 12, and 13. Okay. Let's start from number 1. So, I'm not expecting somebody to share a screen or what, okay? Because this is just sharing one salient point, something significant that is worth sharing from your discussion concerning the historical events that you have discussed in your group. So one only, an item only, and one individual. Those representing its group, you may just open your microphone because there's only one, so you will not be competing with anyone else. So that I will not be calling you anymore. So open your microphone and speak. So let's listen to group number 1, Amika. You have 1 minute. Okay.
Okay, that's good evening again, everyone. So with our discussions, we spoke at length about the pre-emancipation period in Jamaica, where slaves weren't really taught anything, and that was used as a means of control. So they weren't taught rights or anything advanced because in that time the slave masters wanted to maintain control over them. So they believed that if they couldn't read or write or function on their own, that they would remain kind of under their thumb. So that's what I wanted to share.
Okay, thank you. Emancipation, yes. Group 2, your 1 minute starts now.
Good afternoon. So,
Mr. Pumpkin?
when we discussed, the major point that stood out to us was that education in Jamaica, it moved from a tool of control to a tool of empowerment, meaning that before education kept people in their place based on race, class,
If you wanna
gender,
jump from
maintain
2 to 1 to
inequality.
12 to
But now,
65, 14.
education creates
Mostly go from
opportunity,
evening at
supports
17.
equality, and builds a nation.
Hello, dear.
Next. Just continue to open your microphone. If you will not be able to consume the 1 minute, it's fine, no problem. Group 3.
Yes, I think one of the key things that we identified in the history of Jamaican education was the moving from emancipation into independence. It's the period where Jamaica's educational framework began to focus on including more of the masses. And so we had the establishment of the Ministry of Education in 1953 and the introduction of common entrance in 1957, the Education Act in 1965, and the New Deal for Education in 1966.
1966. Okay. Next group.
Good evening,
everyone.
Mother dear.
So as we were looking at the pre and the post and all our colors before, we gain all of this knowledge and this independence. What one of the things that we're looking at, some of the points that we're going to share on, we look at the historical events that impacted curriculum especially, and we looked at 1998 especially, when they had implementation of the primary education improvement project, which aims to improve primary school curricula and resources. And this really stood out to us, especially the fact that we're going to have to create our own curriculum shortly.
Okay, next. 5. Thank you, Joylene. Next.
Good evening, everyone. So our group looked at the post-emancipation pertaining to the Education Act of 1879.
They have no.
Continue.
Right, pertaining to the 1879. So in Jamaica, there was a transformative legislation aimed at reshaping the island educational landscape following the abolition of slavery in the 1834. And in the aftermath of the emancipation, there was a strong desire among the formerly enslaved population for education, seen as a vital tool for empowerment and social mobility. And the act established a framework for formal education, ensuring access to schooling for all children, regardless of their background, marking a significant departure from the previous era when education was primarily for the elite. It also led to the creation of public schools funded by the government and and encourage the involvement of religious organization in expanding the educational opportunities. And that's it.
Okay. Next. Thank you, Fiona. Group 6. Let's do it quick.
Group 6 ever not
6.
present.
Good evening. I'm one of the members here. I saw Tessania earlier. Not sure if she's here. Maybe she'll contribute first. But for mine, the post-colonial era showed a shift from the teacher
Did they
control
attend now?
and the construct of just focusing on the three R's: reading, writing, and arithmetic, to in the 1990s moving forward to an expansion and adoption of the structured curriculum framework. And there were several reports that led even to a greater advanced curriculum development and an adoption and alignment, especially at the secondary and post-secondary level. So that stood out for me.
Thank you. Next. Group 7.
Yes, Miss. My group looked at several shifts, but the one that stood out for us was post-emancipation. This was where free slaves children were allowed to enter school, to go to school. However, it was used as a weapon against them, because though the curriculum, though there was a curriculum, it was never to the benefit of the slaves children, and the segregation of slave and British children, or the master's children, were still evident. And everything in terms of the curriculum was written by the church. And church, when I say church, I'm talking, for example, like Anglican, the Baptist, Moravian church. That is why we see primary schools on the same grounds as the church, and some primary schools such as Christian and Moravian. It was heavily, it was built, and when I say built, the makeup of the curriculum was the infusion of the British and the church.
Okay, thank you. Group 8.
Good night, Miss. So we looked at a number of them, but the one that stood out the most was the present one, which is 2016, and the National Standards Curriculum. The reason why, because I didn't know that it was so recent, and the curriculum now focuses on developing critical thinking, problem solving, and skill reading for modern learning, and it's also competence based learning and critical thinking and problem solving. That's the surrounding of it.
Okay. So that's the NSC.
Yes.
Okay. Number 9. Thank you, Deidra.
Good evening, everyone. All right, so one of the areas that we've looked at,
Mm-hmm.
we focus on the 1990s where concerns about inequity and inconsistent educational outcomes led to the implementation of the reform of secondary education. And this was the Rhodes Project. I don't know how many of us remember that. The Rhodes introduced a common curriculum for lower secondary students from grade 7 to grade 9, and it was aimed at providing equal learning opportunities regardless of school. And this reform was aligned with the Tyler's objective model of curriculum development, emphasizing clearly defined learning outcomes and standardized content.
Okay, thank you. That was
As he moves so
1992,
them
right?
bad.
Yes, miss.
What they are
Okay.
call it again?
Next, 10.
Greetings, team. So we looked at the establishment of the Caribbean Examination Council, CXC, in 1972, and its first exam held in 1979. Prior to this, we had our education system being modeled after United Kingdom with GCE O levels. And as we push towards
Hello.
independence, we push towards cooperation of Caribbean as a country, we established our own educational framework, which was Caribbean Examination Council, and that solidified our local conditions, our local goals, and our policies that assessed our needs. So, thank you as we explore the establishment of CXC.
Okay, thank you, Neil. MA, 11. That's one.
Alright, so our group look at the colonial legacy, the post-independent reform, then from the, I don't remember the year, but up to 1962, and we see where the Jamaican education system has evolved from a colonial model marked by limited access to focus on equity, quality, and national development through post-independent reforms. And we see recently where the effort emphasized digital transformation, curriculum development, improvement, and teacher empowerment to create a more inclusive and globally competitive education system.
Okay, thank you, Tyrone. Next.
Alright, so in our group, we took a look at the entire broad history, so going all the way back to the time of the Taínos, coming all the way up to the present. But what stood out for us were really the reports that were conducted, especially within the 1900s, that really shaped the trajectory of education at whatever levels it would have been. So we highlighted the Candle report, we highlighted the Piggott report, and the Moyne Commission, Moyne Commission report. So those were the three that we looked at. The Piggott in 1911, the Candle in 1943, and the Moyne Commission report in 1938. And they really helped, the findings of the reports really helped to shape the education sector as we know it in Jamaica.
Okay, the 1911 was the British colonial, right? That's
Yes,
a Piggott. Okay.
at that time.
Okay, good. Thank you, Manny. Next, the last but not the least.
All right, so we looked at the education system, the first formal education system in Jamaica, and it began in the early 18th century under the British rule. So these are referred to as the free schools. One in particular that we looked at is Wolmer's. That was established in 1729, and it was designed exclusively for the children of a white colonists. But then it moved after that. It started reshaping, and then it look at the missionary schools in the 19th century, which is the post-emancipation era, where the missionaries established schools to provide basic literacy, serving as the first accessible education for black population. We primarily look at the Wolvers and see the contribution, which is the oldest high school in the Caribbean.
Okay, that's all, Nisha. Thank you. All right, so you were able to share salient points or significant historical events from the Jamaican educational system that shaped the curriculum field. I didn't hear any from other countries. Well, maybe because you are all from Jamaica. Um, there were three people before who said they were out of Jamaica, but I believe they are also Jamaicans. So that's understood. I thank you for underscoring the pre-colonial education, the 18th century. I I have read through that one mentioned by Imani. Okay, that's also a that's salient actually, and you just mentioned about something uh, in the 18th century also. Last group of the MA. Um, there is this 18th century elementary education for the ex-slaves, okay? And then the 19th century, all go down to the current. I'm happy that Sam made mention of that, Rose. The first time I came across with that Rose curriculum was when a student submitted a requirement about Rose curriculum. Then I dig deeper into it. Okay, when I just arrived here in 2019, we arrived here September 2019. So that's the first time I had heard and personally look at what is that Rose curriculum. Okay, uh, 11. I also underscored that one. And then if you now go through the late 1950s, what is, yeah, I think the Mani's group who underscored also that candles, right, Mani? Yes, okay, that is also one of the significant event. Yeah, and then the birth of Yui. Did I hear anyone from who mentioned about that? No one?
No, we didn't
Okay.
mention it, but we have it in our presentation.
Okay, that's good. All right, and then another thing I think that is worth um, underscoring or um, highlighting is the Jamaica Institute of Technology. That was late 1950s, I think, yeah, if I'm not mistaken. All right, you can highlight those also. You can include, you can take a look at. And then early 70s, you can look at that one. Now, looking at these trends and significant trends and events of Jamaica's uh, history that, of course, shaped the curriculum they are now having. Are you happy or do you want to expect more improvement with the current curriculum that you have, especially the one that has been established in 2018? What do you think? You want some more innovations? Or you are already happy with it? Any thoughts? What is
Dr. Alida,
yes?
based on my experience with the current
Mm-hmm.
that we have been using, I think our greatest challenge lie in the implementation of the curriculum because a lot of the teachers do not hold, do not subscribe to the philosophies that the curriculum put forward. They don't believe in student-centered learning. They don't believe in a constructivist approach to teaching and learning. They don't believe in cooperative learning. They don't believe in so many things that underpin the national standards curriculum, and therefore it's not executed the way it is
Hello.
intended. I would have noticed that the same thing happened with the current early child curriculum. It hasn't been maximized, and you can know if a curriculum has been adequately implemented if the
And time
principles
just
and
cool.
philosophies in
But
the
me not travel in a rain.
conceptual
Time
framework
just cool
are
and wetty
reflected in
girl.
the lives of the children or in
And they
the
must know flash flood warning. See,
process of the
man
schools.
the blog up.
Um, for
So
example,
what do you think is the main reason why they do not embrace those
I
learning?
believe that,
Not take
and this is my
complete tonight.
personal theory,
Just
I
see
believe that our
radio out, you know what I mean?
educational
Me
culture
have a reduction
do
and back
not
to a thing.
facilitate this the type of teaching and learning expected or directed by the curriculum. So we we believe that the teacher must stand in the classroom. If we go into a classroom and see a teacher sitting, we believe that the teacher is being lazy. If we see the children doing work and the teacher is not doing something with the children or standing at the board in front of them, something is wrong with what's going on in the classroom. If we hear noise in the classroom, whether it's busy noise or not, we believe that something is wrong. We believe that children should be seen and not heard. They should sit quietly. All of these ideas are ingrained in our culture, and therefore, um, here's another one. We believe that children must get homework, and because of these things, um, we find it difficult to accept what the curriculum is asking us to.
Okay, so it's it, the philosophy, the views, the worldviews might be a factor that affects how and why they do not embrace, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's more along the line of the. I think it's more along the line of the teacher's role, because if the teacher does not hold the philosophy promoted by the curriculum, then the implementation will be lacking. And one of the reasons why we find that is because the current way we do curriculum planning in Jamaica does not include the teachers as much as it should, according to TABA and other curricularists.
Thank you for your thoughts and for sharing that, Ms. Darian. My dear students, you might be thinking that you cannot do, you are just one and you cannot do so much in changing or contributing in the betterment of the curriculum that we have here in Jamaica. I want to tell you, even if you are alone, you can still make a difference. And this evening, we'll be listening to the report of Mr. Oscar. Are you there? About the roles of this
Sorry.
curricularist, okay, or stakeholders. Yeah, Oscar. We'll be looking at the role of the teacher in curriculum development, and we'll see, okay? But before we will deal with the presentation, Mr. Oscar. I want to give you break, but I think somebody is speaking. Is that a question or a point of view you want to share?
What's the point of view, miss?
Okay, so Ranis, you can then share. Then after that, we'll have a short break, and then after the break, we'll be doing the short presentation. Then we will continue on with our activities. Okay, so we'll listen now to Ranis.
Miss, I was just adding to what Mrs. Hamilton was saying because I remember when I was on teaching practice, I think it was the final year. There was one instance that she was saying about if the teacher is not in front of the classroom or walking in the classroom, then the assessor has a problem. When we were having a discussion afterwards, I had a foot problem and he would have highlighted the part that I had known. And then I want to basically highlight something in recent times. So I teach agri at the school that I work. And they, when I was in college, I realized that it's no longer teacher-centered, but they're promoting student-centered or learner-centered. So all our lesson plans have to reflect that. But somehow they expect us to basically information to the students. So what I did for an agri class was to basically give them a picture of the ecosystem, an healthy and an unhealthy one, and ask them to basically describe to me what they're seeing. And it came up when one of the administrators came into the class. They were basically, wondering what I was doing, and it kind of points or highlights what Karian was saying earlier.
Okay, thank you, Ranis, for sharing that experience also. All right, so I want you to continue on finalizing about that historical trends and events, shaping curriculum in Jamaica, underscoring important points, significant points, so you will be able to submit. I will be activating that. I think I know it's not. I told you it should be next week. I think the cut-off date for this one, so you don't need to worry to hurry to submit tonight. Okay? That will I think I put it 23. All right. So, but I will activate that one. Okay. So, I'm going to give you a break now for 7 minutes break,
Until I
and then
say
after
enroll
that
who's
we will
listening.
listen to a very important presentation. I want also to enhance that one later after Oscar will be presenting. And then after the presentation, we will have a short book evaluation. Okay, book evaluation. So get ready with a book that you can evaluate, whatever you have there, a textbook that you have. We'll just see and try to just a quick evaluation
Yeah, for now.
of any of the books that you have there. And then after that one, I'll be giving a short summary of all what we have taken up, and I will also show you some samples of the mini curriculum. Okay. Okay. So let's now have the break.
Say, mute that 1 second, pumpkin. Moses. So then come, me say my favorite teacher, you know.
Yeah.
Me say already, me say you can't trick me, you know. And you know,
Okay. 7 minutes is up.
We had problem.
We are now
7 minutes gone already.
going to listen to the
Okay, you know,
presentation
if you know
of
the area one.
Oscar. So class, come back to class now. Go back to your seats. And
Me open back mine.
take the attendance again.
3. I
Okay?
said, me a 3 or 3.
Three
Screenshot for
point
the
three, three.
attendance. Please raise your hands quickly before we will proceed to the presentation of Oscar. Everybody, raise your hands now. I'm taking the screenshot of the first group, first panel. Do not put your hands yet down. Do not put lower down your hands. Okay. 1, 2. I'm moving to the next panel. So remain placing your hands. Next panel. Kiona, are you there? Denise, are you there? Nadine, Abigail, Campbell, Blessing, where are you there? Shanice, I'm now
Yes,
taking the
Miss, I'm
screen
here.
share. Okay, good.
Yes,
All
I'm
right.
here. I'm here.
Okay.
Hello.
Let me take the screenshot now. Okay. Put down your hands. Thank you. All right, Oscar, I have given you the privilege to share your screen. You can share.
Doc?
Yes, Annalie.
Yes, Doc, I have a question. I just wanted to know if you would be sharing like a guide for the lecture notes because I'm still not clear
No,
what
I will
exactly.
not be sharing. I have shown already. I have shared already. Last meeting. I want my students' creativity. Actually,
They'll be
I
creative.
seldom
At least
show, but
psychology
this
work.
time I have
We can do
shown
that.
you
We
a
can do
guide
that.
and have given you the instructions shared in the Google Drive. You know, I'm going to post a sample. I'm just showing it's
Oh.
because there are students who just stick to that and their creativity is just until there. So I will be sharing. You can even create a better one of what will be shared. So I want you to be paying attention later with what will be shared with you towards the end of this class. As what I mentioned earlier, we will have this presentation and then we'll have a short evaluation. Then I'll give a summary of what has been taken for this class and then be giving you the curriculum guide. That's why last meeting I warned everybody that we will be ending class late this evening. We can even reach up to 9 or maybe 5-10 minutes before 9. So as you are listening maybe or when you are already eating, now that we have this presentation, I want you still to do pay attention because later we'll be having some activities. Okay? All right. Yes, look, Erica, Alexia, Nisha, Oshin, is this for attendance or you have a question? Is for attendance? Okay, good. Okay, please. I have captured. Yeah, I have captured already. I captured for 5 attendance. So I believe you are all uh, um, taken. Okay, you can now put down your hands, Jermaine, if you are still driving. Okay, Abigail, put down your hands, lower down your hands now. Well, we are now ready to listen to the short presentation of you know, okay, because he was not able to join last so I'm giving him the chance. Tonight, Oscar, you have spent about 10 to 15 minutes, okay? Don't skip.
Okay.
Alright, your time starts now, Oscar.
Okay, you see next.
Yes, but it in schedule.
You just have to find me because something money for you. You meet one of your care on you. You just have to find me. You call on there on it. And the system kind of process and step.
Great. Good evening, everyone. As
Hello,
you
Emmanuel.
have
How are
noted,
you?
I am presenting people and roles in curriculum work. The emphasis will be on the roles and responsibilities of the curriculum specialist, but I hope to go through a category or stakeholders, other stakeholders, and their role and contribution to the process of curriculum development. Right, so curriculum work involves a cadre of stakeholders. Developing, implementing, and reviewing a curriculum requires engagement with a wide range of individuals. Some of the persons involved in curriculum development and implementation are the curriculum specialists, administrators and supervisors, teachers, of course, and certainly students, but also parents and community members.
4.
Students. What are students really expected to do and how do they contribute to the process of curriculum development? Students are active partners. They are consultants and they are also co-designers. Students are the main targets in the curriculum design process. They are sources of information. They can help us to identify their own specific interests, talents, and necessary activities, and this in turn will impact the curriculum. They assist with setting expectations. They help to define key objectives. This according to study
I'm
Corgi,
doing well.
quoting
Trying to
Haldino
listen to
and
this.
Thomas. So students provide feedback. They demonstrate learning needs. They influence educational outcomes through their experiences and also through their engagement. Students play a vital role in curriculum development by sharing their needs, their preferences, their challenges, and all of this helps educators to create more relevant and effective learning outcomes and experiences. Student feedback is essential for assessing the effectiveness of a curriculum and making necessary adjustments to improve teaching strategies and also to improve the materials. We know students have different learning styles, and this is something that has to be considered when we are looking at the matter of developing curriculum.
Located in Jamaica.
Students
I'll soon enable
are
you guys
involved
to
in the
join,
planning. If
but
involved in the planning, they foster a sense
not
of
yet.
ownership and accountability for their education, which in turn leads to higher motivation and achievement. Recognizing diverse learning styles among students is crucial in curriculum development as it ensures that all learners have adequate opportunities to succeed. By incorporating various teaching strategies and materials tailored to the different learning preferences, educators can create an inclusive environment that supports individual needs. Another important consideration regarding students is the whole issue of culture. So understanding the demographics and backgrounds of students can help educators to tailor the curriculum to better meet the unique needs of different groups. So students are involved in the implementation process or in the development process, but they're also involved in the implementation and the review process as well, because students provide crucial feedback on their learning experiences, and this helps to determine relevance
and also to assess effectiveness. Let's now look at the second group, that's the administrators and supervisors.
I'm
And we're
saying
speaking
Jamaica.
specifically
I'm
of
from
school
Jamaica.
administrators, principals, vice principals, so forth and so on. Administrators are responsible for ensuring that the curriculum meets state and national standards, which can impact funding and depending on the kind of institution, it can also affect things like accreditation. Administrators often collaborate with teachers to gather feedback on curriculum and on the curriculum effectiveness and make necessary adjustments based on the student performance data. Administrators and supervisors facilitate professional development opportunities for their educators in order to improve the teaching practices and to align them with the specific curriculum goals. Administrators are expected to, well, they do control resource allocation and they determine how budgets are spent on curriculum materials, technology and training, and so forth and so on.
And so forth and so on.
So administrators are required to navigate the complexities of differing stakeholder interests while advocating for a curriculum that benefits all the students under their care. So they must balance the different interests of stakeholders, as I said before. They must align the various interests with the national standards. In our case, in Jamaica, it is the MOE policy, the Ministry of Education's policy. But they must also incorporate institutional goals and visions. In the face of tension between stakeholder interests, they must communicate effectively with each group, engage all stakeholders, and seek to build consensus and negotiate a compromise to best serve student learning. And just as a quick example of what it is we're talking about. Take, for example, a particular school that once served a specialized need. Let's say the school was an agricultural high school, but the enrollment has dropped significantly. And so they have come to where a decision must be taken. A, they could close the
Life
doors
over here is
of the
very
institution. B, they could transition
a
to
mixture
become a
depending on
regular
the
high
day. Right now
school.
we're getting
C,
a
they
lot
could
of rain,
facilitate
so
HUD
I'm just
classes.
cold, I'm chilly, I'm in class, I
And their
want to sleep,
voices in
can't
all
sleep.
of these directions.
It's a whole
It is the
thing.
administration who must seek a
So,
common consensus to
doing
identify
some
a way forward.
chicken.
As far as curriculum design is concerned, let's say there's school B, who in reviewing what has been happening at this institution over the years, a decision must be taken as to whether or not they're going to include more technical or more vocational subjects, or if they're going to lean towards a more traditional high school setup. All of these require curriculum input and guidance from administration. So while principal administrators and supervisors have been assigned primary responsibility for administering the curriculum, here comes the challenge.
I'm
Many
in class
principals
now.
complain that there just isn't enough
Rain
time
is
to
falling.
properly fulfill this requirement of their
And we're going to
jobs.
continue to get rain till
Let's look quickly at parents
who
and
knows.
community.
No, they say till
Parents
Saturday.
and community members
No, till Sunday.
help to identify the key skills, knowledge, and values that the local community deems as essential for students to have. They help to ensure the cultural relevance of the curriculum. So they're inclusive and relevant through their involvement and participation on incorporating local traditions, cultures, and diverse viewpoints. There's been a lot of talk in Jamaica for some time. For example, in our school curriculum that has taken place, perhaps because there isn't enough support for those ideas. But the whole point I'm making here is that community and parents have a role in curriculum development. Parents and community members also impact or affect resource and support missions. Local businesses, organizations, and experts offer resources for peace and real-world opportunities, such as membership or specialized workshops that will help to enrich the curriculum. Parents and committee members should be actively participate in the decision-making process. Parents act as partners by attending meetings, offering feedback on proposed content, and reviewing curriculum during the development phase. When parents and committee members are involved, the result is an enriched curriculum developed with community input that will be better received by students and will ultimately result in increased motivation and improved academic performance. Uh, Parents and committee members will build partnership and accountability as they are more involved in and have a sense of shared responsibility that strengthens the trust between the school and the community. This is a result of them being involved in curriculum development. Let's very quickly now spend a few minutes looking at the curriculum specialist. The curriculum specialist is known by different names: instructional designer, curriculum developer, learning architect, educational consultant, pedagogical coordinator, so forth and so on. So there are different titles by which they are known. Matter of fact, some persons will argue that the apps coach in our schools is a curriculum
So my prompt
specialist.
time for live streaming is usually
Ornstein and
like
Hoskins
5:30
list about
my time
20
to 5:30, 6 o'clock
different
my time.
roles
I'm
or
in Jamaica, so you
responsibilities,
can
duties,
do the
activities
calculation to
that the
see what
curriculum
time is that on
specialist
your end. So
may be involved in.
6 o'clock Jamaican
And
time.
here we have some of them. The curriculum specialists help with the development of the school or the community's educational goals. The community, the curriculum specialist helps to plan curriculum with students, parents, teachers, and support personnel. So it's not he or she doing it by him or herself. And this is even when the ministry has presented something to say that this is what we should be teaching now. We still have to make it relevant to our unique settings, and the curriculum specialist has that responsibility. The curriculum specialist coordinate or evaluate a survey of students' needs, design programs of study by grade level or by subject. The community curriculum specialists will also plan or schedule classes so that they will participate in timetabling and planning the school's calendar. In continuing, they serve as resource agents for teachers. They observe teachers and hold pre and post observation conferences, or they should be. They help teachers implement curriculum inside the classroom, and they help
Yes,
to
if you want to know,
redefine
like when I'm
or improve
streaming, like every
content.
time I'm streaming,
The curriculum specialists work with staff in
subscribe,
writing
turn on
for
your
grants.
post
You can have
notification
special
bell.
programs.
So every time
For
that I go
teachers.
live, every time I go
Or
live, you get
let's see if we
notified.
can skip ahead very quickly. The role of the specialist includes encouraging curriculum innovation, serving as an agent of change, conducting curriculum research and or work with curriculum consultants within the school. The curriculum specialist will develop standards for curriculum and instructional evaluation, as well as work with supervisors, subject chairs, resource personnel testing, and so forth and so on. So in a nutshell, the specialist has responsibility for the content and the quality of the education being offered by a particular institution or organization. Um, Now, in the majority, well, I don't know of a single Jamaican school where there is a curriculum specialist. The closest I think we come to it would be the apps coach, as I had mentioned before. But what we have in many of our institutions, especially at the high
Yes,
school
thank you for
level,
subscribing.
is a committee or a team called CIT, Curriculum Implementation Team, and this is made up of the head of departments, the vice principals, and the dean of discipline, along with maybe guidance counselor and probably one or two other senior administrators, and they take on and fulfill the responsibilities and duties of the curriculum specialist. In concluding, all stakeholders in the education system has a role to play in determining the curriculum of the school. Everyone with a vested interest has a voice. Our local reality cannot afford to assign a curriculum specialist for each school. There are provisions in place, however, to ensure that the role of the office is fulfilled. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, Oscar. You have shared a very insightful, informative presentation. Okay? Class, please share also your emojis, your commendations to Oscar. He was alone in dealing with this one. I am intentionally looking at what he is sharing, and I just want to reiterate. Okay, all of us are educators here. You might not be in the classroom now, but the fact that you are in this course or in this class, you're enrolled in this class, you have a plan to be in the classroom soon and to be a mind shaper. And I believe that it's not only here in Jamaica, you are also dreaming to be serving outside Jamaica. So
Your
what I
conclusion, it has a
want
bit of rebuttal
you
in it.
to
So
do,
based on what? So
one
reach your
moment.
conclusion again. So if you say 60% of people, for example, 60% of people is not, like them say them not affected in terms of like health or whatever. Then you state at the last sentence that the last sentence again, that a lot of students or most students are
All
affected by
right,
health.
sorry for that.
So majority of them say they're not affected.
Okay,
How you can
so
say that as the
what
final
I am
statement?
telling is
So what you can say is that
you will soon be sharing also
even
your
though the
expertise
survey amount
out
doesn't really
there.
like
It's not
depict
only here in
the amount
Jamaica.
of people you know are truly
I know
affected
that
by
there
the improper
are
disposal of
a lot of
garbage
you,
in
especially
regards
the
to
young
health,
ones who are
you know
here.
that it has
To name
dire
one,
effects
Tyron
on them
Agustus. Is it Augustus or
and the
Augustus?
health because it
Sorry
is
if I
unclean,
mispronounced. Okay?
some.
Still
Me make it be
young,
a rebuttal statement.
you have
Me
a
bring in the
dream. So
facts
I
and then the
believe
facts na kind of
one
tie
of
in with
these
the
days
closing
you will be
statement. So find a
sharing
way
your
for like
expertise
go around it and
not
explain
only
it.
in
And
Jamaica,
ensure
not
that
only
your
in the
titles
Caribbean
and everything,
islands,
if I use
but
caps lock, use
outside,
caps lock.
like in the
For all
US.
of your titles,
Most
now
of
use
the
caps lock for
students who
some
finish the
and
PDE
then
and the MA,
regular typing for some
Miss
of them.
Darian, most of them are
Um,
already
Caps lock
outside
meaning like you write
Jamaica.
everything in a capital letter.
I'm
For
not
your
telling you
titles like
to
presentation of
go
data, analysis
abroad
of data. The make one
after
in a caps lock, the
finishing
next one in
because
it.
they need you here
Ensure that all
also.
your
But
stuff
you know, we
them
cannot deny the
titled
fact
and
that
titled effectively.
many are really going outside Jamaica to share their expertise. Okay, but I'm encouraging you, you stay here and serve our people here in Jamaica. Okay, so thank you so much, Mr. Oscar, for sharing
Yes, sir. I'm still
something,
in school because I'm a
especially
teacher as well.
underscoring
So
the role
both.
of the stakeholders where teachers are playing an active role. Okay? We cannot deny the fact that teachers are involved in curriculum continuously. If you recall what has been shared by our presenters about Taba's model, which
Arena,
is,
no,
what is it
Marina
again?
Falls, you know.
Let me ask. Maybe the presenter can still share what is our key when we hear the name Taba. What comes to our mind with regards to curriculum models? Hello? Are you still there?
That's an open question, miss.
Yes,
All right,
it's open to
Pastor.
everybody.
Okay, well, for me, I look at the fact that with the Tabama, they are trying to move away from it being administratively driven to more or less teacher driven. That's what
Okay,
I.
so utilizing the teachers, okay, or including or involving the teachers. There is a term, grassroots, okay, that's the term that has been used before in the presentation, if you can remember. Okay? Yeah, we cannot really deny that fact that teachers play a great role, an active role in modifying and interpreting any curricula that can be adopted or implemented. Why? These teachers are, we all know that three big domains, important domains in education: the teacher, the learner, and the learning environment. And these teachers, they mediate in fitting the planned curriculum to the needs of students and community. And
So I teach at
though teachers implement
high school,
curriculum,
and I finished my
of
bachelor's
course,
last August, and now
they
I'm
are
doing my
also involved
postgraduate.
in the development. And if they are not involved, they do not have a say or any contribution. It's where the problem now comes in. That's why in every curriculum development I have participated here in the Caribbean. If you remember, I was sharing with you last time that I was a part of crafting and developing one national curriculum last year, and it's still under pilot this year. That's early July. It was under, it's not yet on. They are still piloting it. Even when I was in Africa, I was again so privileged to experience to be a part of the curriculum development there, their national, and much more in the Philippines. I have a lot of experiences in our Commission on Higher Education. In fact, the Lord has blessed me that I'm a part of the quality assurance, we call it RQAP, the team that evaluates universities and colleges in the Philippines. And I always go out every month, like 1, 2 universities. I evaluate that the university, the commission. It's like your UCJ here. They asked me to go and be a part of the team to do accreditation and evaluation of their program before the program will be um, approved to operate. And there, I learned a lot. That's why I know how important it is to involve the teachers because they are a part. So if you are not involved in any curriculum development or even like crafting activities or developing events
Yes, I teach grade
that cater the
9, 10, 11,
extracurricular
and
activities in your
13.
school, there might be
8
something
as
wrong.
well.
Okay, so the teachers are the implementers of the curriculum. So if they will not be involved in the crafting, if there is no representation, there is really something wrong. And we all know that without them, the implementation will not be complete. Without you and me, the implementation will not be as complete as it is expected because it is through the instruction of these experienced teachers, okay, will be helping the progress of not only this institution but the educational system of a country. Okay? So, it is very important for you to share your expertise whenever you will be given the chance to do so. Now, I want us to have a short exercise. Okay?
Question, Dr. Alida.
Yes, yes.
I'm wondering, should teacher trainers be included in the curriculum process? Here is why I'm asking the question.
What do you mean by
Teacher trainers.
Like the supervisors, like for example you?
Lecturers at the universities and teachers' colleges.
Of course.
Okay.
They should be represented.
Okay.
In my experience before, that's why I was selected to be representing the Christian schools, colleges and universities in the Philippines, that I even went even to the national level because I was selected by our college, and then I represented our college in the region, and then from the region I was chosen again to be sent to the national.
Okay.
So it's not all, but the representative, like for example me, when I go back, I will now re-echo. I will re-echo to the region, and then the region, okay, will again do some re-echoing, not only in their own university, that level, region to until you reach the district, something like that. I don't know how you call it here. But national, regional, division, and then district, and then the school. That's how we do it there. So they are supposed to be included, Miss Hamilton.
Okay, I asked the question because I remember some years ago, um, while supervising, um, supervising early child educators, I recognized that what was being required in the field for the lesson plan was not what was being taught at the colleges, and so there was a disparity. So we had to convene a meeting and ensure that both documents were aligned, and it was an interesting experience, but it allowed me to recognize that a lot of times we leave out the teacher trainers and the teachers colleges when it comes to curriculum writing and implementation.
No, they should be included. Miss Carrian, Miss Phillips, and Mr. Panton was with me last time during that curriculum development. the the thing is, it is only being selected also by the group who is sponsoring, like the United Nations.
Yes.
They select, and they ask people who will be representing, like for example, NCU, Education Department, like that. So for us at the college, one from the TED and then one from the DGL, and it should be faculty. So sometimes it's not only faculty, there's a representation from the faculty, there's also representation from the dean, like that.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's expected that teacher trainers are to be involved. Okay. Let's keep moving. Okay, so anyways, this is our last time. I want full participation. I am seeing the attendance. There are only 49, so I mean there are only 48 at the moment. Please tell your peers they should be in, okay? They should be present. If something is wrong, they should notify me. Okay, please stay by because, this is the last session. Okay. How many of you had experience? Oh, I'm seeing a hand. Romario? Is that a question? Or a thought to share? Okay, maybe that's for attendance.
That's an old one, my apologies.
Okay. All right, don't sleep, okay? Now, may I see who among you have experience to be chairing a textbook committee or to be a chair of a curriculum committee or a member of curriculum committee? Okay, let's start. A member of a textbook committee. Raise your hands. I want to see. Oh, come on. How about, I'm not seeing any hand. Are you still there?
We're here, Doc. We're here.
Okay, so meaning no one has experience being a member of a textbook committee?
Meaning reviewing textbook for use.
Yes.
Well, I would have done some of that, so I'm not sure where I fall. But I would have done that because I was assisting with developing different curriculum.
Okay, good. Okay, so you had one experience. Is that in the basic education, meaning primary and secondary or tertiary level?
It was for community colleges, so it would be tertiary.
Oh, tertiary. Okay, good. Anyone else? How, if not a member, chairing a committee for textbook selection or evaluation? Anyone? Oh, I'm not seeing it. So we have, but at least we have one, okay? Another question. Is there anyone of you who has experience being a member of a curriculum committee or a chair of a curriculum committee? Okay, I'm seeing 2, 3, 4, 5. Wonderful, okay? That's good. All right, next. How many of you have written a book or a book chapter? May I see your hands? Okay, we have one. What book is that, Maurice? Is it a textbook?
It is actually in the area of Christian education. We did a curriculum for new disciples, and we developed it into a published book that is being used in approximately 5 to 6 nations at the present.
Okay, good. Okay. So at least there is one, all right? So there is also one for curriculum, textbook evaluation, and like 4 or 5 for the, what do you call this? Chairing or membership in curriculum committee. Wonderful. In my experience, I had experienced all of those. And one of the things that I like most was when I was chairing textbook committee evaluation in our North Philippine Union Conference. You know, when you're a part of textbook evaluations, there are so many perks, a lot of perks. Have you received your honorarium, Mr. Morris? Okay. I want you to participate. So those who are away from their screens, you need to write this or write your responses because this is your participation and your attendance. Okay. Now, I have captured that already. And let me continue to share. Okay, one moment. All right. Oops. Are you ready now? Everybody?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, Doc. I want to share my screen. I want to share a sample curriculum plan done by one of the groups I had last time. So I'm sharing it here. Okay, this is just one of the many. Again, don't confine yourself with this or whatever will be shared with you. Think that you can do better applying all what you have heard and learned and read
Yes, hurry up and talk
in
because
this
me.
course, okay? I'm sharing it now. I hope you are seeing it. Are you seeing it?
No, more stroke.
Yes.
It's coming now. Okay. So this one is one group presentation. The name of the school is a pseudonym. They just created a name because this is their school. The thing is you have to create one by applying the principles, by applying the philosophies, and all, combining together what has been shared in this class. Okay, so this is one of the projects that has been shared. Okay, so there is a table of contents, of course, and then an introduction. If you see, there is a mission and a vision, and then the objective of the curriculum plus an executive summary. This is focused on one grade level because this is just a micro sample. It's just a mini curriculum plan. So you can select one of your specialization in, of course, if there are three of you, you can select one that each of you can relate well, of course. But I know it's not hard to be choosing one. But as you will be working together, I want you to be sharing really your experiences and uh, join heads together to formulate your mini curriculum. Okay, so if you can see here, uh, there is a rationale like why that approach is chosen for that curriculum. Okay, then how you integrate the foundations of curriculum, the philosophical, the historical, the psychological, and the sociological foundations. Okay, and of course, the spiritual foundation will not be taken for granted also. And then now you have your plan for that 1 year level only. Don't be too ambitious to put the whole high school curriculum that you have in your school. No, just one is enough, or one discipline, one subject is enough. Okay. If it is grade 7 nutrition class, that's enough. It's not the whole curriculum for the grade 7 in all disciplines. No, I'm not requesting you to do that or requiring you to do that. One course or one subject only. And then, of course, you will be having your matrix for the plan, and then the conclusion, and of course, the references. And there will be appendices, of course, okay, because you will be needing, there are activities that you will be putting in it. Okay, so it's not a thing that you can copy in, or you can just generate. You can generate, yes, but you will regret the consequence if you will do that. Okay, you will miss the training, and besides, if it will be returned to you, then, well, you know the consequence. Okay? So please work like you are now an expert, applying those important area. Okay? That's why you are given enough time. Use the time that is given to you. Okay? So here is now the uh, body. Okay? I hope you are seeing it. Okay? You can create your own, okay? Develop your own. It's so nice. The AHA experience is really, uh, you will say, oh, I was able to create this one. It's really time consuming, but we have one from NCU who was in the business. He was very happy because now he can create, he was actually able to create one program now just because of this experience. Okay, it takes some time and it takes skills and a lot of thinking, of course. Okay, so you see the executive summary or the summary that is needed like that. Okay, you don't need to make it so complicated. Make it simple. Okay, so you see the approach that is mentioned here is learner-centered approach, and it is backed up by authors. Okay. Okay, now how will you infuse the foundations of curriculum? Now looking at the philosophical foundation. You have heard the report about that. You have read. You have also, you will even write actually an essay for that. Okay, and then how it will be applied. Okay, historical foundations application. Okay, psychological foundations application to that school, the name of that school. Then sociological. Okay, and then spiritual. Now this is now the scheme where the scope and sequence is. All right, for the uh, grade 7 food and nutrition subject. Okay, for you don't need to just use understand all. You can make use of the 3 domains. Okay. And then conclusion. There's also integration there. And then the references. And then there is also a logic model that they have integrated. Okay. The thing is, this one, there are MA students here. That's why they made use of what I taught them in program evaluation. They integrated it here. You don't need to do this. This is a plus factor, but I'm not requiring you to integrate like this. Okay? Okay. So you have also to create an assessment part. Okay. All right. So don't make it so complicated. They have also samples, sample lesson with IFL integration. It's just a sample. You don't need to provide all. They made use of the 5E model for the lesson plan. And I hope you all know that. Okay. And then a series of plan for the term 1, term 2, term 3, and that's all. Okay? You can put this in the appendices after the references. So I required you some, I did not activate yet, but there should be books. Well, you cannot go away with our textbook. You make use of that. You can refer and get some paraphrasing of what you can extract from that book to help you craft your curriculum plan. And you can make use of other books and textbook. Okay? Textbook that, for example, if you are teaching English and you want to zero into, for example, English 1, then you can make use of the textbook. That should be reflected also in your references. Okay? All right. Any question? It's almost 9. And I want to give a short recap of the whole thing. Do you have any question?
Sorry, miss. Maybe you covered this, but I'm not sure. Is there a rubric that we are working with in terms of developing the curriculum to say, yeah, this is what you are looking for, or that we can be guided by?
Yes. Actually, those that I have shown, this one that I have shown, that's why I take a longer time for the table of contents, like the philosophy, like the executive summary. You will be seeing it in the instruction in the LMS. Okay?
Okay, miss. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. And of course, we'll be using the criteria for written work again for evaluating the submission or your documents that you will be submitting. Okay? I want to reiterate that you need to work collaboratively with your group mates, and as what I've said, reflection mentioned contributed putting your participation. Okay? All right. Any question before I will culminate the class? Any question? Are you still there?
Yes, I am here.
No questions.
We're almost done.
Now I have a question to ask, please.
Yes.
So you are telling us that tonight is the end of this virtual discussion with us.
Yes, but you will still continue to work.
I understand. Yes, I do know. We will still continue. What I want to ask is, will you take us in another subject subsequently?
Another subject?
As in, will you take us again, as in,
from May to June or so?
No more. This is the last.
Okay. Will you be there when we will be graduating?
God willing.
Yes, because I want to see you in person and really give you a hug.
You can come and visit us at Vigil, okay? I know you are far. You are in Westmoreland.
Yes, I am in Westmoreland. I'm far away from Mandeville.
Yeah. So one time you can have time to come here. You come and visit us, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So it's almost time.
Yes.
But yes, Rajani.
Yes, sir. I have a question. I know you said we should share the Excel sheet with the remarks on it.
Yes.
Is it due to we have to share it by tonight, or we can share it tomorrow? We are just doing the
Tomorrow is the cut off, so it's not.
tomorrow.
Yeah, don't worry so much, okay? Because today we have just the last presentation. I mentioned that, okay? So
Yes, that's what I wanted to.
don't worry, and just mention one, you know, in the remark section, if you can mention just one area, that would be good. Okay? All right, so I do not know, but I was trying to create a link for those presentations to be shared with you, but it does not work. So what I want to request is if the leaders can just share with me in Drive, okay? The leader of the group, if you can just share with me in Drive using the link so I can share it in the, I can create a link where everybody can, resource link where everybody can go and click that one. Because that it will share, okay? And for sure, as you will be looking into the parts of your guide, you will be needing some information from what has been shared. Okay? So now, let me just quickly, I will also share this one in the, I will upload this PowerPoint in the resource part of our material here at LMS because some were asking about it. So you have heard in the presentation last time. I just wanted to share with you, to remind you. I will not be explaining because it has been touched in the presentations. Okay, we have heard about the